I'm going to be looking at the 3DMakerpro mold 3D scanner. It comes in this carry case, and I'm just going to open it up. You've got a turntable here. This is the scanner. Got rubberized finish on there for holding it, I presume. Put that back in there. Here you've got part of the tripod for holding it. And you've got the leads, that's a connection lead I think to the scanner. That's another part to the tripod. There's a USB to micro USB. Power plugs there. It's got different types of plugs, so I'll find the UK one and set that up. Now I know this has got obviously got an app to it. I presume you get the manual in the top. Oh, it says link to the manual and the program you need to download. I shall download the program and install that. Put the scanner on. I think that's the top to the turntable you use. As I say, I'll have a good read through the instructions before I use it, and I shall set it all up and read and hopefully know a bit more about it, and then I shall come back with that. Just doing a test here with a little ornament, swan. First of all, you have to scan the base to that then eliminates that from the main scan. I've speeded this up by 1.5 times, so if you bear that in mind, you just, after you've scanned the base, you put the model on and then just do a scan. That'll go through 360 degrees of a scan, and when that's finished you then amend. So I'll move the model to its side and amend it, and then do a scan and go through the processing. I found the controls fairly straightforward and easy to use. I haven't delved deep into everything on it. I've tried the texture to see if I get different results, and I tried the handheld scanning. It's good, but it's very difficult to not lose the scan. But I'll give that more of a go and see if I can get some better results. Of course, you could do as many scans as you want, and then it'll align them. I found with this, anything with points sticking out, it could align them quite well if it had sort of reference points. But anything sort of the same sort of shape, it had difficulty aligning it. You can manually align it. I'm gonna go more into that and see. Yeah, and then once you've got the two, you align them and then run through the processing. You could select to smooth it and fill the holes. I didn't smooth this one. I just ran through the normal processing on it. The stand isn't the best to adjust to it, but I mean you could put it on any sort of tripod stand as long as you've got a good solid base on it, and adjust it. I'll try more with that. I'd like a switch on the turntable. Sounds a little thing, but of course you then have to unplug it every time to stop it. As I say, it's now going through the processing, and it's a fairly good job of that. Once I'd done this, I tried something very small, a little angel, just to see how that turned out, and I shall put that on next. That's it. This is the angel. I'm just scanning the base. I tried this on, I just had this on my desktop. I mean, it's ideal for recording, but I'd probably have it in a better location. I should think with if you get everything really set right with the lighting and everything, you'll get a, the more you put into it, the more you'll get out, I think. What I did after I'd finished scanning the Swan one, I printed that. I used 2 filaments. One of them was a bit brittle, but yeah, size-wise, it's very accurate. Although I on the Swan I cut the base down slightly just to print it a bit quicker, but the size was, you know, virtually spot on when you align them, the head and everything. So the proportions are very good. This is just coming to an end, I think. Yeah, that's the flat scan on it, and then again processing it, and again you can do as many scans as you want and align them, but it will struggle sometimes to align several. Yeah, that's done now. And that turned out fairly well. It's not got the really fine detail, but as I say, you can, you know, the more you put into it, the more you get out. So I'm sure I could get more fine detail in it. That's that. And then I just go on to the prints I did. These are the prints I did of the Swan. And that's just in a purple PLA. And as I say, I cut the base down a bit. As you see, it doesn't go right down to the bottom of the slot in the heart, but if you put it in Blender, and you could take that out and clean it up. And that's the other one. That's in a very light and brittle PLA, and I did snap the head off when I was taking the supports off. But overall, it turned out very well, and I'm going to keep using it and trying it out, and then when I'm finished I shall come back with my full written review.